New Year's Eve today, and I have just voice noted some friends and family just to wish them a happy new year, just to send them my love as well. And yeah, it's exciting, and I was just letting one of the ladies know that I met this year. A lovely, lovely lady, which was part of a programme that I joined this year called the DFF. And I'm just so grateful that I've met her, and we were chatting last night, and she's also studying to be a coach. And yeah, she's going to be such an amazing coach. I'm so proud of her and happy for her. She's so positive, and it's so nice to have that around me. And yeah, I was just voice noting her to see if she wanted to share some goals, and I told her 3 of mine, and I thought I'd share them with you guys because it might be of interest for you or inspiration for you to have a think about what goals you have for next year. And by goals, I don't mean, goals that you have to achieve. I'm kind of over that now. I'm more thinking of like intentions, I suppose. What intentions do you have for the new year? What does that look like for you? What does that feel like for you? And my first one was to see more places that I haven't already kind of been to. So I guess that's going to be traveling. I would love to go on a retreat next year. I'm going to not limit myself, but not put any pressure on myself, but at least one retreat next year. I would love to just find a retreat that is really calling me to go on and meet like-minded people. Because one of my all-time kind of goals, I guess, if you want to call it that, or all time, I don't know what you'd call it, just something that I would like to do in the future is to, I'm still getting used to this, I don't know. Here we go. Yeah, so I would absolutely love to host a retreat. That would be like a really cool achievement, to be around like-minded people and host something. And I absolutely love hosting as well, so being able to put on something for other people and and be around them, and it would just be amazing. So that is one of my achievements. So for me to work up to that, I think a good place to start would be to actually go on one and see if I actually like retreats and how other people are hosting them, and taking inspiration from that. So yeah, so seeing more places, one of those being going on a retreat. And the second one is living my studies. So all the studying that I did last year and the year before, I want to relive. So a lot of that will be going through the curriculum again that I went through last year, and living the seasons. So enjoying all of the seasons, and trying new things that I haven't already tried and appreciated. And a lot of that will just be kind of stripping it back to basics, which I love that principle of just simple. Back to basics, back to listening to myself really, really deeply, which leads on to the third intention, which is to step even further away from diet and food and nutrition in terms of restriction. So not looking for the next diet, not looking for the next restrictive program or anything like that. I want to look at more kind of brain function and nervous system function in terms of reading books, following people on Instagram, living it as well. So anything that I kind of learn about to live. Yeah, and I think living my studies and learning about that as well will be super, super helpful, because I've come from such a restrictive mindset from like the foods that I've eaten in the past have been very restrictive, whereas now I'm very much on a open eating plan where there are no foods off limits. I try really hard to listen to my body and yeah, it's learning to trust myself again, learning to trust that I will choose the foods that I thrive on, but also the foods that fill me with, you know, joy and like foods that make me feel good. And so I don't feel like when I go out to eat I have to go, well, I can't eat that, you know. And obviously I know for some people they have allergies, like severe allergies to certain foods, and that's different to this. What I'm saying is intuitively choosing what I eat, not because I think a food is bad, but because I choose not to have a certain food because my body doesn't need that right now. But it doesn't mean that tomorrow I don't want that food or I don't need that food, if that makes sense. It's coming from a more open relationship with food and a more caring and compassionate relationship with food, and to not label things as, oh, I shouldn't eat that because it's bad, because I do believe that as soon as we start labeling things as bad and good, it's that message to the brain, and sometimes that message to the brain can be worse than actually eating that food because we feel guilty. So I'm coming away from that completely, even further than what I have done this year. So yeah, and also just working with foods and things to help with my skin and things like that. I've been off any birth control now for over 2 years, I would say, and if I look back at all of the things that I did before to help my skin and things that I thought were keeping me safe, like, I have to give myself some grace. I do. I have to give myself grace. And, you know, I watched a documentary last night with, I believe her name's Georgia Tough, is it? From Made in Chelsea. She was on Made in Chelsea, and it was about the lengths people would take for perfect skin, and it just got me thinking, really. I mean, I don't really wear any makeup, and it's not something that's of interest to me, and I am very much about living my life authentically. And I do, from my perspective, I mean, I do enjoy to wear let me get my words out. I do enjoy wearing makeup. It does make me feel more confident. It's not something that I feel that I'm very skilled in. It's not like, for some, like, I appreciate and I acknowledge, and I am in awe of women that do their makeup so beautifully. And I love watching YouTube videos of girls or women putting makeup on, and I love watching those things of the different products and all of that. But I'll be honest, I just don't like to feel like restricted on my skin. So I mean, that's something that I've battled with, because especially with hormones and things like that, I do find that when my skin was, especially, it was last year now when I was studying, and because I've been trying lots of different herbs and things like that, I found that my skin just flared up, and it was on my cheeks, and I know that cheeks are related to hormones, and for a long time I've been trying lots of Tim's back now. I've been trying lots of things to help my skin. Oh, he caught me vlogging. But yeah, I've been doing lots of things to help my skin, which I think has also made it worse. Not worse, but it's coming out now. So yeah, I am still going to continue being kind to myself, being kind to my skin, not feeling like I have to cover things up, and finding ways to be kinder. So yeah, I'm going to stop that there. And yeah, I just wanted to wish you all a happy new year as well. And yeah, I'll catch you in 2023. Good morning, everyone, and happy new year. It's the 2nd of January today, and I am just chilling in the kitchen. I've got the morning to myself, so I've just been doing a little bit of cleaning and yeah, just boring adult bits really. I'm going to do the bins in a minute, which is exciting, and I also wanted to refill my vinegar spray. I've been trying out using more natural alternatives for cleaning. This one I just use, it's a general purpose spray really. I made one for my mum as well, and she said she's been really enjoying it. So it's really nice because you can use essential oils that are like blends of natural oils, essential oils. So yeah, I've been using a winter spice one, which has been really nice. So yeah, I will probably show how I make that as well a little bit later. But I just wanted to say hi and yeah, just say Happy New Year as well. How did you guys spend your first day of 2023? I think like yesterday I felt really heavy and I felt really sensitive, and I don't know if that's just where I am in my cycle or yeah, I'm not sure, but I felt quite sensitive and heavy, and we didn't really do a lot yesterday. We were meant to take the decorations down, but we didn't, and today is the day that we're going to do that as well. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot better today. I feel lighter today, less cloudy in the brain. I think I need to do a little bit of movement as well, just to shake off any excess sort of adrenaline and sugar that I've consumed over this period, because it is just what it is, isn't it? We eat more sugary things, and yeah, I mean it does affect me eating like that. So yeah, I think a little bit of movement today will be nice. And tomorrow I've got my PT session, my first one of the year, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's the last month of working with my PT at like one-to-one. I go to the Body Barn, which is a really cool place, and I'm sad that it's over, but I've been working with Cara now for just over a year, and actually I'd probably say I think it was October 2020. Is it 2020? No, 2021. Sorry, 2021. Obviously 2020 was COVID times. 2021, in October, it's when I started my studies, and yeah, my work, my day job hours are changing, so I've had to sacrifice it, but in a way I'm ready for the change, and I think going back to a Monday to Friday role is going to be much better for me in the long run in terms of work-life balance. So yeah, I'm looking forward to spending the next month pushing and challenging myself with all of the gym equipment at the barn. That's what I've really loved about it, is trying new things, and we do have a pull-up bar at home, and I can do 2 now unassisted, which I'm really happy about actually. I know at the start of my journey I don't think I could have held my body weight, so it's nice that we've got some equipment here, and I've got a couple of dumbbells, but basically we're transitioning from one-to-one to home workouts. So she'll be helping me and keeping me accountable from a distance. So yeah, that starts in Feb, and I'm quite excited, to be honest. I'm excited for the change. I'm excited for a new challenge, and yeah, we'll see what happens, and hopefully I can show some bits when I do my home workouts, because I know I'm just not very good at doing them at home. Like when I'm like going somewhere and that's the aim, you have to do it. But when I'm at home, it's like, there's lots of other things that I want to do. But yeah, I think as well, I would like to go on a couple of sign on to some classes to keep me accountable. There's a yoga studio not far from me, and that looks really nice. So ideally I could have signed up to go on a class today, but I think I'm going to start in Feb, because that's when my PT classes end one-to-one, and just to keep me accountable. So maybe I will sign up to one in February in advance, and then I know that it's booked and I have to go. Not that I have to go, but it's kind of keeping myself accountable. So yeah, not a lot else to say really. I just hope that you're okay, and I hope that yesterday wasn't too heavy for you. And let me know in the comments on how you feel about New Year, because everybody feels really differently about it. I was really enjoying 2022. I really was. I didn't want it to end, and now we're in this year. I just felt the heaviness yesterday. Time doesn't stop for any of us, and it's just very reflective, and 2022 has been very reflective for me. Lots of questions, lots of digging really deep, and it's been challenging, and yeah. But it's just life, isn't it? But I will hop back on when I have everything for the spray, and I will show you how to make it, because it's really easy to make. Please don't hold me accountable for this, because I don't know if I'm doing it the right way. I've looked at so many different websites and tutorials, and this is what I found. I mean, I was using straight vinegar before, and my partner just said it smelled like a fish and chip shop. So I then tried it with water, so a mix of water and vinegar, and that seems to be okay. I haven't had any comments about it smelling like a fish and chip shop. So I think, we're getting there. And anything that we do, like, I'm realising, like, you're not going to get it perfect. Like, the first time you do something, you're just not. And I need to just release that perfectionism, and just like with this, like, I'm just doing it. I'm just trying it. I'm going to see what happens. And yeah, I don't know what will happen, but I'm going to start somewhere, and it's not going to be perfect, but I will learn along the way. I will learn along the way. Just giving myself some grace, giving myself, it's okay. It's okay. But yeah. So I'm off to a great start. I've already broken this tripod thingy-majiggy. Yeah. That will serve me right for being heavy-handed, hey. Anyway, I'm going to start my vinegar spray. So I've just got some vinegar here. It's white vinegar. I just got it from Amazon. And I've got a glass bottle, which I've just given a swill out. Just make sure all good, yeah. And then I've got this essential oil blend. Oh, it's pumpkin spice, so I got it in autumn, but I use it in the diffuser. I use it with wax melts. I'm not a perfect human. I don't always choose the most natural option. I'm just trying to choose the best options at the time with what I can afford. And again, it's sometimes when you can think something is bad and something is good, that in itself can make the thing even worse, if that makes sense. So like burning candles, like I've got a candle burning now, I could think that that is really bad and it's going to cause me lots of issues and whatever, but what I do is I burn a candle and I will make sure that there's a window open, or yeah, I'm not going to beat myself up about stuff like that. I'm learning as I go along. So yeah. So I've boiled the kettle and I've let that cool for a bit. I'm trying that today just to see if that helps keep the solution a little bit fresher. I don't know if it does, but I just thought if I've boiled it, then it might be better. I don't know. We're going to try it and see. So I'm basically going to fill the bottle up about halfway, I would say, or just under half. I also got this colander from Amazon as well. Is it a colander? I don't know, I don't know what the word is for this, but like a filter, just to make it a little bit easier to put the solutions in. So again, I'm just gonna do it by eye, really. I think that will be enough. So I've gone to just over 150 ml of vinegar, and then I'm just going to get the kettle, fill the rest of it up with that, and then I will add maybe 20 drops of essential oil. You do need quite a bit to make it smell. This is riveting stuff, isn't it? Watching me do this. And that's it, really. It's really easy. The first one I ever made, I did with lemon skins. So like leftover lemons from my morning drink, and that was okay, but that's when I was doing it with like just vinegar. So this one is a little bit easier to make and dilutes it, and yeah, I just find, well, I have found with the last batch it smelt good. It wasn't too potent. So yeah, that's how easy it is. And I put off doing this for such a long time. And then I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to try it. It just seems to be the theme, doesn't it, really? Just try it. And I did, and I've really enjoyed it. And I use it in the bathroom, I use it in the kitchen, just anywhere that needs a clean. And you just need, yeah, I mean, it's just vinegar, water, and whatever essential oil. If you wanted to make it a little bit more kind of antibacterial, I guess you'd use tea tree oil, but I think the vinegar does a lot of the killing anyway. So yeah, it is, like, I don't know, it's not backed by science or anything, but vinegar sprays tend to be very good for cleaning mirrors as well, and tend to have antibacterial properties. So yeah, it's just a natural alternative to like a general purpose spray. Yeah, so let me know if you decide to make anything like this. Like I said, it's just white vinegar from Amazon. I just got a big one here. And this time I just boiled the kettle and let it sit for a little bit to cool down, and then yeah, it's still a bit warm in here, but it's not boiling hot. So yeah. I also wanted to carry on my conversation when I cut myself off on New Year's Eve, just about my skin really. Since we had that chat, since I had the chat with the camera about it, I have ordered myself a light therapy device, 2 actually. They were on offer at Solar Wave, I think it's called, and I have been going for facials for a while now, and my skin responds very well to light therapy. So I've been looking for a device that I can use at home for a while, and these were on offer, and I've chosen a red light device and a blue light device. So I'll let you know how I get on with that. And I also bought a few bits from Sephora, I think that's how you pronounce it, yesterday. Just a salicylic acid cleanser and a niacinamide serum and some new shampoo and conditioner. Because I'm on a bit of a skin and hair journey, and I'm just trying to find what works best for me and listening to my body a little bit and finding out kind of things that help me, I guess. And yeah, it's a very difficult journey because I've been on a very restrictive path, and having these symptoms come up in terms of blemishes on my face and my hair thinning and falling out, and you know, it's really difficult, but it makes me, you are the investigator in all of this, and I feel very much like I have the tools to investigate, like, why is this happening, and to find solutions. And I do enjoy finding solutions. I think that's why I wanted to become a coach, because I like to help people find solutions. So I've just got to turn it around with my mindset, and yeah, and just find things that work for me without restricting myself. And because without joy, without happiness, what's the point in living your life? Like, not what's the point, but like, I don't want to have to be worrying about what I'm eating all the time and worrying about symptoms like, you know, skin and hair and things like that. And a lot of that will come from inner confidence. And I don't think it's just down to food. I don't think it's a mix of things which I'm working on. And also, you know, with the lifestyles that we live and the way that we work, it's quite stressful, and stress is a big cause of a lot of things. So it's that's why you call it a holistic approach. You're looking at everything. So yeah, we're all on our own journeys. You know, I am a human being. I am not perfect, and sometimes accepting that is really helpful. And I just wanted to share, because I know we all try our best to be, or to come across as, these perfect people, and maybe you wouldn't have noticed things that I've said, but I just want to share that with you because it's something that I'm really conscious about, something I'm working on. And sometimes just sharing that and being vulnerable can really help another person. So I'll leave that there, and maybe I'll pick up the camera again a little bit later. Like I said, I want to do a bit of movement today, so I'm going to decide on what that is. But I think first I'm going to eat. Again, something that I never used to do back in the day. I wouldn't eat before working out, but now I'm just like, you know, I need to fuel my body, and it's just such a better mindset to be in. But yeah, that just comes from time and getting to know yourself, and to put those thoughts of, you know, good and bad, and being like, hold on, no, that's not, you know, how does that feel for me? Well, actually I feel better when I work out. I actually give more when I have fuel in my body. So yeah, But yeah, hopefully I'll pick up the camera again soon. Not with this. I'm hoping that we can glue this. We'll see. But yeah, see you soon. Oh, I've been trying to get a good angle for a while, but yeah, it's quite difficult in the car. But I hope you can see me okay. Yeah, so I've just finished my PT session with Cara, and it was really good. We focus a lot on chest today and legs. And yeah, it was fun. It was a good workout. I enjoyed it. I was feeling quite anxious in my bladder today, so I did have to mid-session pop and use the loo, and yeah, I don't like doing that, but Charlotte this time last year would have been really scared to do that, to ask, but I was fine. I just asked, and I felt better after, and I could enjoy the rest of the session. Not too sure why. I had a really strange dream last night as well. I think I'm just feeling quite anxious in my body, and it shows up quite a lot with my bladder. My skin as well is just not very happy with me. It seems, just on my chin area. So that's getting me down as well today. But you know what? I am really happy that I can move my body. I did a pull-up and the with the proper pull-up bars in the gym. Gosh, that was a loud noise, wasn't it? Sorry. Yeah, I'm really happy with my progress, and you know, skin will heal. Skin is skin, and yes, I'm not ignoring the deeper cause at all. I'm not trying to cover it up. I'm not trying to hide it. I'm just trying to be who I am and be confident with that, and know that, you know, when I'm able to fix it, because I don't want, it's not even about fixing it. It's not something that I'm going to be able to do overnight. Yeah, videoing myself as well, I think that is difficult, because you just see your imperfections, and I can feel quite picky with myself, which doesn't help. So I don't want that to take away from the really great session that I had today with Cara. Yeah, it was a really good session, really strong session, so I'm really proud of myself. Really proud. Yeah, it's just the little niggly bits, isn't it, that we let cloud over the wins that we have. So I'm here to say that yes, there are some things that are really niggling at me at the moment, but I'm not going to let them overshadow all of the really good things that are happening in my life right now. Yeah, and I hope that I feel confident enough to film at least one, you know, session, or just a little clip of the body barn as well, because if you are from around here, it's a really good place to come and just try new equipment. When I start my home workouts in February, and I'm not doing one-to-one PT sessions, I would really like to come to the barn every now and again just to do a class. They've got punch bags in there, they've got so much gym equipment as well. So if you are from the Shropshire area and you do want to look at getting not into shape, but just challenging yourself, I feel like I've really challenged myself with weight and different equipment. And it's been really good for my mental health, and now I can do pull-ups and things that I couldn't do before, and that's just from challenging. So yeah, if you're looking for a challenge, then the Body Barn's a really good place to come. And also, without hesitation, I would recommend Cara as well. She has really supported me in my journey. We were talking about it today. Just when I first started working with her, I would say that was when I was my most kind of anxious. I didn't really see a way out of it. I didn't see how I could want to do more things, and yeah, it was a really difficult time, and I do have that inner drive which tells me to do things, and I'm really grateful for that. And one of the things that my gut was telling me was like, do something different, do something that you haven't already done, and invest in yourself. And that's what I did. And yeah, and we're coming to the last month of working together one-to-one, like in a physical capacity, and yeah, it's a bit nerve-wracking to move forwards without coming to the barn and getting my workouts in, but at the same time, like, I need to learn to be my own coach, and I need to learn to get those workouts in, and going alone can be quite daunting, but I still have her support from a distance, so we're going to slowly transition that way. But yeah, it's really exciting to have her still be a big part of my journey, and to get her support and help. And we're just chatting through the equipment that I have around me and how we can incorporate that so I can continue challenging myself. So yeah, I'm off to Mum and my dad's now for lunch. I'm going to see them before I start back at work tomorrow. And yeah, I do have in the back of my mind an event that's coming up, and I keep playing it in my head of how it's going to go. And yeah, so a week on Sunday, myself and my partner's sister-in-law were going to see the 1975 in Birmingham, and the 1975 are like my favourite band. And yeah, I was very uncertain whether I wanted to go, just because with how I feel sometimes, I do like to be around people that I hang out with quite a lot, and I get on with my partner's sister-in-law really well, and she's a really, really nice person and very understanding, and I do want to hang out with her more. So this was a good way of doing something that, you know, is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but something that will be very rewarding. So I wanted to just keep myself accountable, really. I do need to get back on to giving myself headspace with meditation leading up to it, because that does really help me. And also just talking about it, and just talking through my worries and fears around it. So yeah, I think we just need to have another chat, and we're just deciding on who's driving and who's going to sort out the car parking and things like that. And yeah, I haven't decided yet. I'm kind of just waiting till nearer the time, because if you are also quite anxious, I don't know whether you find that sometimes in the moment you can want to do one thing, but then when it comes to nearer the event you want to do another. And I'm always quite quick to make decisions on a feeling rather than how I feel at that time. So I'm just waiting to nearer the time so I can get some headspace and think about it and not worry about the decision that I've made. So I mean, if anybody else has any other suggestions on kind of what I can do to help with that, then, you know, please let me know. But yeah, I think first of all is just communicating how I'm feeling, and second of all it's just making sure that I give myself headspace to feel clear in the brain, and doing that via meditation and any other forms, kind of like getting things out on paper. That's quite helpful. So yeah, I'm just keeping myself accountable. But I'm going to go drive to my mum and dad's now, and we'll see when I next pick the camera up. Hello from my bathroom. I'm just using the vinegar spray that I made the other day just to give the bath a quick clean before I run it, and yeah, feeling like I really need a good soak. So I'm going to do this, run a lovely bath, and then chill out. I'm feeling so tired today. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how versatile the spray is really. Well, I know you can't smell it, but it smells amazing. So I've just had a lovely bath, and I tried to film in the bathroom and it just wasn't going to plan at all. My phone fell off the tripod. Well, I think the tripod leg gave in again. We've glued it back on. And the phone just fell on the floor, so now I have a tiny crack on my screen, but it doesn't matter. I was trying to do it. I was trying to film a little bit. Yeah, never mind, it doesn't matter. But yes, I've just had a really hot bath, really, really hot. So I've taken a bit of time to just chill. And I've used a bit of new skincare as well. My Sephora package came, I went and collected it from the I think it's an every drop off, and mine's literally just the shop down the road, so I went to get that before my bath. And yeah, I've tried that out tonight. I was going to share a bit with you, and that's what I was filming in the bathroom, but to be honest I haven't used those products, and I don't really know if they're any good at the moment, so I think I'll just report back to you another time with those and see how I'm getting on. I've got a sort of skincare routine in mind that I want to follow for the next couple of months, and then see how we get on. But just going back to what I was saying when I was in the car earlier today, just about how I'm going to handle my worries and anxieties leading up to the gig that we're going to a week on Sunday. And I said the first thing I was going to do was speak about it and tell the person that I'm going with how I'm feeling, and then come up with a plan that we are both comfortable with and I know what's going on, because that does really help me. So I have just messaged my partner's sister-in-law, and we're organising a lovely evening on Friday where we're going to just figure out the best plan. We're going to find somewhere to eat beforehand. We're going to locate where the toilets are, and we're going to just figure out who's driving, who's not driving, and yeah, go from there. So that has made me feel a lot better, and that's something that I have initiated as well. So it means that I spend more time with her as well, be around her and build that kind of safety and openness, which I think is really important. And she's a massive Bath fan, so I really enjoy speaking to her about baths. I mean, she has one every single day. That's how much she loves them, and I'm trying to get back into sort of finding that kind of self-care routine, and I think having a bath is just a lovely way of relaxing. And one of the things that she does is she bans all technology apart from her e-reader from the bathroom, and I think that's a really good idea because it means that you get that break from technology. So I was reading this book, which is one of my self-development books, which I bought years and years ago, and I decided that it was about time that it stopped building up dust on the shelf and I read it. And I found a couple of months ago when I was really ill, I caught the flu, and I was talking to myself like horrendously. Some of the things that I was saying was so mean and nasty, just like I'm lazy, I should be at work, and I was literally bedbound, like I couldn't do anything. Yeah, it was an awful experience, and a lot of things came up for me, and I wanted to practice my self-talk and improve that. So this is a book by Shad Helmstetter, and it's What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, and it's powerful new techniques to program your potential for success. And the chapter that I read in the bath was about basically talking to yourself like out loud, and leaving yourself like notes and cue cards and post-its on your mirror and that kind of thing. and I've been to my parents' house today, and my dad gave me a few things to sort out that I had left at the family home, and they in that there were these cue cards that I used to use for studying. So I thought, oh my god, like, that's a coincidence, isn't it? So I thought that we would do a cue card together, which is going to help me for the week commencing, and to just support me with that. So I did find the chapter with the summaries in, and I wanted to share a couple with you as well. So I've just flicked through and I found some positive self-talk for freedom from worry, and I think that's pretty much sums up how I kind of view things. I worry about things before they've even happened, and the fact that they probably won't happen. I worry about things that probably won't happen. So the first one is, I do not worry, I am in control of my own thinking, and I think only those thoughts which create and fulfill the best in me. I really liked I am able to relax easily and comfortably in my body and in my mind. I am capable, confident, calm and self-assured. I actually added in the capable there. That sounded good, didn't it, to be fair? So I was going to use that one. There are a couple of other ones. I control the thoughts I choose. No thought at any time can dwell in my mind without my approval or permission. All of my thoughts create healthiness within me. I like that one as well. So yes, I was going to just write this one down on this cue card and use it for the week coming. One side. I am able to relax easily and comfortably in my body and in my mind. I am capable, calm, confident and self-assured. And on the other side, I've got all of my thoughts create healthiness within me. When we read something, or I don't know, want to change something, that just very small steps can be really helpful. It is something that I'm really trying to work on. Yeah, and I just want to enjoy things. And I know that when you're going through anxious periods, or I wouldn't even say mine is an anxious period, it's something that shows up for me nearly every single day, and it's just how I manage that and how I can change the way that I think about it. And now I've accepted it a lot more than I ever have, really. Everything feels a little bit easier when I talk about it, And I think sometimes when you have, or some people don't even know they have anxiety, or they feel a certain way, and you think, well, I can't tell that person because they'll think I'm crazy. And I did think that for a long time. I was very embarrassed about my fears and my worries, and now I've got to a stage where I need to speak about it, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to do things. I won't be able to show up to things, and I don't really want to miss out on things because of these feelings that I'm feeling, or thoughts that I'm experiencing. So yeah, I think that was a really nice exercise to do, and I wanted to do that with you guys as well, just to show that we can take little steps to supporting ourselves. And although it doesn't take the anxiety away fully, it's a supportive tool. I think talking and planning what we're going to do on the day of the event is going to be really helpful for me. I would love to hear kind of what you do to help support you when you're going through an anxious period, or you have an event coming up that you're a little bit anxious or nervous about. What is it that you do to help support yourself? I'd love to know.
Good morning. It is the 10th of January today. Today is my dad's birthday. It was my brother's birthday yesterday. So it's quite a busy week in terms of socialising for me. Tonight we're going for a meal. Going with my partner and meeting my mum and dad at a local pub, which will be really lovely. I'm excited to not have to make myself dinner tonight, and also tidy up after it as well. That will be a nice treat. I've just got to my PT session, so I'm a little bit early, so I just thought I would just turn the camera on and have a chat with you whilst I'm waiting to have my session. Quite a few things have happened since I last filmed, which was last Tuesday, so it's been a week since I last filmed, and you would have seen me writing some cue cards out to help support me with the upcoming gig that I'm going to with my friend on Sunday. On Friday night, Friday just gone, I actually went round to her house and we had such a wholesome evening. She made pizza and garlic bread, and we just sat chatting, listening to the 1975 and their album, and it was lovely, really nice, and we had a really good chat. And yeah, it was just nice to have that openness, especially, you know, when I haven't really hung out with her that much in that sort of capacity. So I feel like that was very supportive. We've also booked a hotel now as well, so we're actually going to be staying near the venue, which, you know, takes the pressure off because I'm going to drive, and it just means that we can not drive late at night, and it's not rushed, and I've booked the day off work the next day as well. So yeah, there's lots of things that have happened since last week that, you know, are there to support me. And yeah, she's just been an absolute star, and at the end of the day I just want to go and enjoy myself. So I'm just trying to turn all of these like anxious thoughts into excitement, and knowing that, you know, I'm going to be making some memories. And you know, the worst thing that can happen, you know, even if it did happen, you know, it's okay. Like, I'm always going to support myself whatever happens, and we're not far from the venue at all, so we can always go back to the room if we need to. I'm sure that won't be needed, but yeah, there's the option there. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot better about it, and I've been listening to some affirmations on YouTube, just in the background whilst I'm like getting ready in the morning, and I'm going to continue doing that. Apparently it's 21 days, and they go into your subconscious and there's lots of different ones. There's like ones for self-esteem. I've sent a couple to a few friends and family members because I think, you know, whilst you're just kind of pottering around, you could put that on in the background and you don't even have to really like be aware of it. You can just have it on and just listen to it that way. I will link a few in the description box below in case you are interested in the ones that I'm listening to. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else to kind of catch you up on, really. I mean, there is something really exciting and I would love to share it with you. Yeah, so basically myself and my partner have really wanted a cat for a really long time, and we've always really wanted Maine Coon cats. And at the moment with where we live, and also I'll be completely honest, they are quite expensive cats to purchase as well, and they are very large cats, and the house that we're in at the moment, I think it would just about be manageable to have 2 of them, because we would like to together, just to keep them like occupied, and also so they've got a friend. That's what we would really like, because we're not going to be in the house all the time with them, and we would like them to have some company. We've both had animals growing up. I've always just had 1 cat at a time, so this will be, you know, different for me. My partner has had, like when he's lived at home, they've had multiple cats at one time, so he's kind of used to that, but we've not owned an animal by ourselves before. So I've been just contacting a couple of rescues, and I think, fingers crossed, we may have found 2 that are, well, suitable for our home. But I don't know, it just feels like maybe this is it, and they're, you know, they're the cats that we're going to have. They're both young, they're 6 months. They've been neutered, castrated. It's a boy and a girl, and yeah, they just require their vaccinations next. So yeah, I mean, it's really exciting, really exciting. We're planning a video call with the lady that runs the rescue, and we'll go from there, but we're not going to tell any family members or friends or anything like that. We're going to keep it really quiet, because this is something that we've wanted to do for ages, and we've said it in the past, like we're going to do it, and then we don't, and then you kind of feel like, oh, you know, they probably think it's never going to happen. But for us, we've had to wait for the right time, and owning an animal is like, you know, it's really serious. It's a massive commitment. They're a living being. We need to be in a good place. The house needs to be a safe place for them as well. And in ourselves as well, we need to feel that we're ready to provide them, you know, what they need to thrive. A couple of my friends have animals as well. And yeah, losing Mina as well, our staffy, it's kind of like accelerated the need to have an animal in my life, because although it's obviously really sad when they pass away, Mina gave so much joy and love and friendship, and so have like previous animals that we've had as a family. We had the most beautiful tortoiseshell cat called Annie, and she was my bestest friend growing up. Yeah, she was the sweetest cat, and she would always be by my side. She'd always be on my bed, she'd be in my lap, she'd be on my chest. Whenever I lay down, basically, she would be with me. And yeah, I feel like that's the one thing that's kind of missing in our house at the moment, is like the animal side of things right now, where we are. And I think, you know, yeah, seeing my partner in that way, loving something else as well, like that's really exciting as well. But yeah, if you have any tips on kind of, you know, I don't know, food, toys, anything really with kittens, if you've got young cats or kittens or anything like that, like, yeah, this is the first cat that, or cats that I'm gonna have on my own, with my partner obviously, but they'll be actually mine, not like my family's, where mom does everything for the cat. So yeah, and obviously I'll get advice from my mum as well because she's done it quite a few times now. But yeah, it's nice to kind of be able to kind of tell you now whilst it's like happening, and obviously we're not going to say anything to anyone else, and I'm going to find it so hard to not say anything to Mum at the meal tonight because yeah, she'll absolutely love both of them. They are, yeah, so I'm really excited to see them on the video call as well, so I'll keep you updated for that. There's not a lot really else that's going to go on this week. Obviously we're going for the meal tonight, and then I'm off to the gig Sunday night, so I'm hoping I'll pick my camera up again on Sunday or at the weekend. But yeah, I hope you're all doing really well and you're having a good week as well. I think this will end up just being multiple clips from multiple weeks, but yeah, I'll chat to you soon.
Baby, I'm not running around looking for nobody else. I've got one thing on my mind, I already hear the bells.
Baby, I'm not running around looking for nobody else. I've got one thing on my mind, I already hear the bells.
Baby, I'm not running around. 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 Baby, I'm not. Baby, I'm not. Baby, I'm not. Baby, I'm not. Baby.
Do I have to blow it? My teeth come out.
Yeah. Make a wish.
After COVID, we didn't do that.
Hey!